From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia. After barely a week on the job, the acting director of the Secret Service will face some tough questions today from lawmakers about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump.
And the push to win the Commonwealth in full swing as we count down to Election Day. Governor Josh Shapiro making a rousing case for Kamala Harris as chatter continues that he is being considered as a possible running mate.
We're off to a muggy start with a chance for some heavy storms later tonight. And next weather meteorologist Kate Bilo is keeping you prepared and protected. Morning, everyone. Welcome to the news at 7, streaming on CBS News Philadelphia and on Philly 57. I'm Jim Donovan.
And I'm Janelle Burrell. Thanks for starting your Tuesday with us. We're going to start with your next weather forecast, that muggy, soupy forecast. Meteorologist Kate Bilo here with the details. Hey, Kate.
Hey, good morning, Janelle and Jim. Good morning, everyone. The soupy conditions are back. We finally got rid of the humidity over the weekend, but now dew points back in the 70s, and it is a very kind of classic summer day. It's warm, it's humid. We're going to see some sunshine break through the clouds. It's actually a beautiful morning down the shore. Good beach day, good place to go to beat the heat. And we're seeing some sun, some haze, and some patchy clouds in the city right now. 76 is our current temperature. Notice the winds have picked up a little bit, and with that breeze, it actually feels a little better, but the breeze is actually drawing more warm, moist air in from the south. Gusts right now over 20 miles an hour in the city. The dew point in the 70s, so we are firmly in the muggy to soupy range, and we will stay there all day. So while we do see sun through the clouds throughout the day, it's not the hottest day we've ever had. In fact, it's going to be slightly below average, but with the humidity, mid 80s will feel like upper 80s to near 90, and then a few more clouds roll in this evening with the chance for some evening thunderstorms. Down the shore, you'll really feel the breeze pick up through the afternoon. It's already picking up now. We're seeing some sun, but 3 p.m., 4, 5 o'clock, as storms approach from the west, we can feel winds gusting to 30 miles an hour, perhaps right off the ocean. So as we look at clouds and radar, right now it's pretty quiet. Just some clouds, maybe a few sprinkles moving into the west. But this line of storms is what we'll be tracking through the afternoon and into tonight. Coming up, we'll time that out, and we'll talk about a heat wave that's going to start just in time for the start of the new month of August on Thursday. Chandler, I'll send it over to you. Good morning.
I believe we are talking August already. Thank you, Kate. Well, this morning, let's check in on 42. You can see here in South Jersey, looking pretty nice. Tries to travel both directions by our 295 overpass there. Headlights making their way northbound, taillights southbound, of course, NJDOT added again. Hit the beach, not the guardrail. Do not drive distracted. I love their signs there. Yep, I mean, that said it, folks. Southbound making their way toward the beach. If Kate said it's going to be a beautiful day, nice and quiet. Just keep in mind, southbound, we do have that long-term lane shift in progress still right by Lower Landing Road. An active construction zone, just wanted to tell you about. This is over up in Burlington along the southbound lanes, New Jersey Turnpike, right near Burlington Mount Holly Road, Jim. One lane is blocked.
Thank you, Chandler. We begin this hour with a next traffic alert. The warning period is over for drivers speeding in the I-95 Route 896 construction zone in Newark, Delaware. We've told you about this, but now drivers caught on camera going 66 miles per hour or faster will get a ticket. Fines start at $118, and you'll pay an extra $1 for every mile you're caught going over the speed limit. In the first week of camera operation, DelDOT gave out 18,000 warnings a day to drivers who were going at least 11 miles over the work zone speed limit.
Well, the city of Chester, they are making some significant changes, hoping to get more officers on the street and also improve the relationship between its police officers and the community that they serve. CBS News Philadelphia's Wakeisha Bailey digging deeper into the heart behind this headline and the changes that are underway there. Wakeisha, good morning.
Good morning, Janelle. Well, Chester Police Patrol officers are now working 12-hour days. The police commissioner hopes this change will help with their shortage in officers, and we're told the community is noticing the shift change.
Residents basically saying they see more cops on the street.
So Police Commissioner Stephen Gretzky spoke with us regarding the significant changes to officer shifts from 8 hours to 12 hours. This increases the number of on-duty patrol officers per shift by scheduling 10 instead of the previous 7. The commissioner hopes the new schedule deters crime, builds community connections, and helps bring in more police candidates. Backing the shift structure is the City of Chester Fraternal Order of the Police, and it's also in alignment with the mayor's Safe Summer Initiative program, which includes a juvenile curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Gretzky says, more importantly, 80% of their officers wanted the shift change to help improve mental health.
The officers are off every other weekend. There's more family time, more personal time. I think this is actually going to make the call-offs also cut back. You have an officer here for 12 hours. they're more community oriented also, instead of running from call to call.
And as for Chester police staffing, there are currently 36 active patrol officers and approximately 60 personnel in total. Now, applicants who live within 50 miles of City Hall can join the police department, and the application deadline is Friday. And so far, they currently have 26 applicants. The commissioner says that they are well on their way to being fully staffed. Janelle.
All right, we'll see how those changes take effect there. Waukesha, thank you for that. 7:05, we are counting down to Election Day in Pennsylvania. Governor Josh Shapiro, he's still on the short list as a possible running mate for Kamala Harris.
Shapiro will appear alongside Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and other leaders this morning in North Philadelphia. They'll announce a new tool for Pennsylvanians to file their taxes more easily. Meantime, Governor Shapiro continues to stump for Kamala Harris. At Wissahickon High School in Ambler yesterday, Shapiro and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer touted Harris's record as a prosecutor, her work alongside President Biden, and her stance on reproductive rights. Both governors also took shots at former President Trump, claiming his policies would lead to less freedom.
Trump and Vance want to take us backwards, but we're not going back. Our response to them is simple: hell no.
I want a future that is cleaner and greener. I want a future with better schools and safer streets. And I want a future with more freedom, not less.
Well, the two governors have been seen as possible running mates for Harris. Delegates are expected to hold their virtual vote soon. Harris will then secure her party's nomination. It's believed she will announce her running mate on or before August 7th. CBS News, though, has confirmed that North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper has taken himself out of possible consideration for VP. Cooper said the timing of a national campaign is not right for himself or North Carolina. He also said he was honored to be considered and supports Harris's campaign. On the Republican side, Ohio Senator and Donald Trump's vice presidential pick, JD Vance, will campaign in Nevada today. He was in Palo Alto, California yesterday for a private fundraiser. The event was expected to rake in millions from some of the Bay Area's wealthiest residents, including big tech giants. Trump will also hold a rally in Harrisburg tomorrow. And as we are just 98 days away from Election Day, we will continue to bring you complete coverage in the race for the White House on air and online at CBSNewsPhiladelphia.com.
Meanwhile, President Biden, he has unveiled a proposal that would dramatically change the way the U.S. Supreme Court operates. President Biden is calling for stripping away lifetime appointments and enacting an 18-year term limit for the justices. That would set up a system where a new justice would be needed every 2 years. Now, the president also wants Congress to pass a new code of ethics that would require the disclosure of all major gifts and for the justices to recuse themselves if they or any family members are connected to a case.
The idea that wealthy individuals, many of them right-wing, can both pay for cases before the court and at the same time give justices gifts or trips is outrageous.
They have no desire to make the court better. They're just trying to make it more liberal.
A lot of this is, frankly, a reaction to Supreme Court decisions and behavior by some of the justices that are unpopular among Democrats.
Former President Trump, he came out against the proposal, saying President Biden is trying to, in his words, destroy the court. Happening today, a disaster loan outreach center will be opening for people who were impacted by the massive fire at the 7400 Roosevelt apartment complex in Northeast Philadelphia. The fire on July 11th left 3 people hurt and forced more than 50 people out of their homes. Those who were impacted, you can apply for up to $100,000 in low-interest loans to replace your belongings. And that center, it's opening today at 11 o'clock this morning at the Pelbano Recreation Center. That's on Bustleton Avenue. After that, it'll be open weekdays from 9 until 7 p.m. through August 16th. Also today, we're expected to learn more about skeletal remains that were found in Montgomery County. Those remains were found back in March near a water retention basin. This is near Welsh Road and Grist Mill Drive and Towamencin Township. Authorities will give an update on the identification of the remains at the Montgomery County Coroner's Office. That's at 9 this morning. Well,
we make it a point to follow up here at CBS News Philadelphia. A positive update now about students left in limbo when the University of Arts suddenly shut down. Jimmy Butterfield is one of 133 students who recently received their diplomas from UArts. A university spokesperson said they reviewed academic records and awarded degrees to students that they had determined had completed completed all requirements. Butterfield told us he still had a few more classes to take, but he says he's not going to question it.
I'm super grateful that I have my diploma, to have that, recognition, but just very bittersweet because this feels like there's a stain on it.
Other students we spoke with have made transfer plans, but others say they're still reeling from the sudden closure of UArts.